Welcome, curious minds, to a world of knowledge and discovery. Welcome to another exciting video, where we'll be shedding light on Bombardment of Copenhagen 1428. During the Dano-Hanseatic War, the Danish capital Copenhagen was bombarded twice by ships from 6 Northern German Hanseatic towns. A first attack in April 1428 was repelled, but a second attack on 15 June was successful. The Danish fleet which anchored in Copenhagen was mostly destroyed, with only 3 ships surviving. For the first time in the Northern European history of naval warfare, ship artillery was used over longer distances. Let's now enter the realm of 2 naval battles and discover the fascinating stories it has to tell. These 2 battles of April and June 1428 are sometimes confused with the naval battle in the Resund, also called Battle of Copenhagen of July 1427. So sometimes, when 2 Hanseatic attacks of Copenhagen are mentioned, the Battle of July 1427 and the Battle of April 1428 are meant. Moving on to the next segment, we have first attack in April 1428. Hoping for a rapid and victorious end of the Danish-Holstein-Hanseatic War, the Hanseatic League planned the seizure of the Danish capital and the destruction of the joint Danish-Swedish fleet in the harbour. On Easter 1428, under the command of Gerhard VII, Count of Holstein, up to 260 ships with more than 12,000 mercenaries sailed from Wismar to Copenhagen. However, the Danes were well prepared and their capital was well fortified. While King Erik left Copenhagen and prayed for the victory in Sor Abbey, Queen Philippa managed the defence of the capital. Under massive shelling from Danish land-based artillery, armed bridges, and floating batteries, the Hanseatic ships failed to blockade the harbour and to surround the Danish-Swedish fleet. When the Danish and Swedish ships started a counter-attack, the Hanseats and Holsteiners were forced to retreat. As we transition to the next segment, let's unravel the mysteries surrounding second attack in June 1428 and gain a fresh perspective. On June 15 of 1428, the Hanseats came back, now under Lübeck command. Up to 40 ships, especially loaded with stones and lime, were sunk in the harbour's entrance, trapping the Royal Danish-Swedish fleet inside. This time the Hanseats used floating batteries, too. With the help of these floating batteries, the Hanseats were able to extend the range of their artillery and to cover the Danish and Swedish ships with a massive bombardment. By the end of the day, 30 Danish soldiers and sailors were killed and most of the king's ships were sunk, destroyed, or damaged. Only 3 ships remained undamaged and were able to escape. Now, let's shift our attention to consequences. Although the fleet which anchored in Copenhagen was neutralized, the war continued. King Erik was able to set up a new fleet soon. Already in the end of July 1428, at least 7 ships were repaired and won a naval battle against the Victual brothers, who were allied with the Hanseatic League and Holstein. Queen Philippa meanwhile organized a new fleet with Swedish help. In May 1429, Philippa's fleet started a punitive attack against the Hanseatic city of Stralsund. Share this video with your friends and spread the knowledge.